At a time when gas prices were low and there was an abundance of power, why not set out on that extended family adventure in a spacious van? However, it was far better if it had been turned into a beast for the straight line. During the 1960s, wagons were not the usual choice for family cars, as they may seem peculiar to us. The notion of wagons being typical was quite uncommon back then. Many had a legend inside: a V8 engine. In this episode, we will unveil 5 of the most extraordinary wagons to ever exist in the course of history, that combine classic and family style with the power of muscle cars. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Our journey will take place on the Chevy Nomad, where we will experience the power and ruggedness of the Chevelle SS. These vehicles were specifically engineered not only to provide transportation for families, but also to outperform competitors on racing circuits. Number 5. The Chevelle SS 454 Wagon. This 454 engine offers exceptional performance. The 1973 Chevelle SS 454 captivates enthusiasts with its powerful presence. It ranks 5th. Many individuals lost interest in the Chevelle starting from 1972 due to its extensive redesign, including larger bumpers, which caused a radical change in its appearance. The 1973 model still remained a hit with consumers, maintaining its popularity. This new generation, which includes the Laguna version, has achieved sales that surpass the 1 million units. This included about 1,500 Chevelle SS wagons. Here was an option for a base engine, known as the V8 350. One delivering 145 horsepower, and the other delivering 175 horsepower. It wasn't really a muscle car. Some fortunate individuals had the privilege of owning a vehicle equipped with the high-performance turbojet 454 engine, which had the ability to generate 245 horsepower. In most cases, this powerful creature was equipped with a 3-speed automatic transmission, although there were a few exceptions where a 4-speed manual could be found. Despite its significant size, the Chevelle SS 454 had the power to make a mark on the pavement, showcasing its impressive performance. But only about 70 were built in total, and of those, no one knows how many had 4 speeds. With this model, it was the first and last time Chevrolet gave the family Chevelle the legendary Supersport badge. Due to the escalating gas prices, the arrival of the wagon had a substantial impact on the production, which was subsequently limited. But it's still a car. Nonetheless, this is a vehicle that warrants further deliberation, serving as a vibrant reminder to everyone about its untamed essence. At an auction, it's possible to come across a Chevelle 454 wagon, even though they are quite rare. In the year 2021, a vehicle was sold to bring a trailer. Furthermore, during the Glendale auction set to take place in 2023, Mecum showcased an extraordinary 1973 Chevelle wagon as one of their available items. And it was equipped with the V8 454 engine, producing 245 horsepower. The images depict this wagon in excellent condition, featuring a striking red exterior and a white interior that's as clean as the outside. Its price exceeded $21,000. 4,957 Chevy Nomad full injected. The 1957 Chevy Nomad, renowned for its fuel injection system, contributing to its legacy, it remains a symbol of automotive excellence. Featuring a unique 2-door design and Tree 5 style, this car is both timeless and elegant. Only less than 100 of these Nomads were produced, which makes them a sought-after classic now. The car made its debut in 1955 and was introduced for the first time. It was available with either a 6-cylinder inline engine or a V8 of 265 cubic inches. In 1957, they introduced the exclusive V8 engine with a displacement of 283 cubic inches and equipped it with fuel injection. The Ramjet, engine of a Corvette, generated an impressive power of 283 HP, showcasing its remarkable performance. Despite sharing a fiberglass body and certain design features with the Corvette, it closely retains the essence of the famous car. The Nomad was constructed on a modified chassis from a Chevrolet Sedan of 1953. GM greenlit the vehicle's production, but with the condition that the design would be moved to its model, to its standard. In order to capture a larger target audience, the executive team believed that utilizing the well-received Bel Air platform and design would enhance the appeal of the Nomad. And they were not mistaken. From the start, the goal was to differentiate the Nomad from other family models in the range. To accomplish this, GM added exclusive elements to the new model. The mentioned specifications comprised of horizontal sliding side windows, a rear door adorned with 7 chrome vertical bars, as well as a ribbed roof structure, V-shaped pillars leaning forward, and 2 doors. Unlike the family wagons on the Nomad's list, they were deemed revolutionary. They were perceived as groundbreaking. They developed a cult following and are still among the most desired models by collectors today. Hot rod modifiers and creators of customizable vehicles. We emphasize the model from 1957 as it holds a special significance in popular culture. It experienced changes in overall appearance, larger engines. The combination of state-of-the-art fuel injection technology and a newly improved transmission resulted in the creation of an exceptional vehicle surpassing expectations in all the characteristics. For the first time, Chevrolet's V8 engine, with 283 cubic inches, could produce 1 horsepower per cubic inch. The performance of the 1957 Chevrolet was greatly improved with the addition of the new electronic fuel injection system. The results were truly impressive. Chevrolet has introduced the Turbo Glide, an advanced turbine-powered automatic transmission, enhancing their technological prowess. The Nomad 3-5 was seen as a symbol of vehicle design, embodying its essence. The Nomad was a success and became the flagship model of the Chevrolet line. Unfortunately, General Motors took into account customer concerns regarding the practicality and cost of this high-end automobile. The practicality and price of this luxurious 2-door family vehicle, packed with options and chrome. In order to increase sales, Chevrolet ceased production of the Nomad in its traditional design, leading to its discontinuation by the end of the year 1957. However, the name Nomad remained attached to the 4-door model until the conclusion of the 1972 model year, without any changes. The brilliant era of Nomad could never be matched in the following years, as it stands unrivaled. In today's times, individuals who favor cars that are powerful or have a flashy appearance are unlikely to opt for a wagon as their vehicle of choice. However, there was a time when wagons were sought after, not just for their ability to easily transport trophies after a successful hunt. These trucks are not only used for transporting goods or furniture, but also admired for their innovative designs and high-performance engines. American muscle wagons brought everything together. The impressive rivalry among manufacturers extended beyond business and also affected family affairs. 3. 1966, Ford Country Squire 428. When Chevrolet launched its Chevelle SS 454 wagon, Ford responded with the Ford LTD Country Squire. Equipped with V8 engines of 428 and 429 cubic inches. The 428 engine was available from 1966 to 1968, totaling 2 years. It produces 345 horsepower, which equals a substantial amount of power. Although the 429 came later, it was available with versions that ranged from 320 to 360 horsepower. The classic Woody wagon appearance was created by featuring wood panels on the sides of these cars. They had a vintage charm to them. Although factory manual transmissions were not offered, at least one Country Squire was built with a 428 engine and a transmission with 4 speeds. This muscle wagon could hold 8 people and was still more affordable than other rare wagons of the time. Unfortunately, the production of the Country Squire took place in an era of manufacturing in the United States. During a time when companies were more concerned with producing cost-efficient family vans rather than aiming for long-term quality, the emphasis was on making things cheaply. The individuals were expected to face a more difficult existence, engaging in tasks such as carrying timber or working with stone. Most individuals would trade their vehicles around the time they reached about 96,000 kilometers. However, car enthusiasts in search of hidden treasures are an exception to this norm. Eventually, the condition of old 4 Country Squire trucks becomes so dire that the cost of repairing them becomes prohibitively expensive. While the Squire appeared luxurious when it came out of the showroom, it lacked leather seats and a sunroof. It had a plastic steering wheel that would crack with age and vinyl seats that would rip. Did you think you had seen the strangest thing? The State Wagon 455 from 1970 Buick raised weirdness to an unprecedented level, exceeding expectations. The 1970 Buick State Wagon 455 was equipped with a V8 engine that measured 455 cubic inches in its capacity. The dynamic wagon, with an impressive 370 horsepower, was definitely a gem that never failed to excite, rendering it far from dull. It was the only engine available, making it even more special. This particular automobile boasted high-end amenities, including advanced braking system, efficient power windows, and a robust suspension system in the rear. Despite being a unique model for its time, Buick made the decision to completely revamp it in the year 1971, staying true to its character, increasing its size by fitting it onto a larger frame. These wagons are still budget-friendly today, when compared to other major traditional models. Buick introduced the name Estate in 1940 to label their large station wagon model. The Estate was a full-size vehicle primarily designed for hauling cargo, the brand's signature. Buick manufactured the Estate from 1940 until 1963, which totals a duration of 23 years. When the wagon took a pause before its 1970 reintroduction, it enjoyed some downtime before returning to the scene. In 1966, it finally ceased to be popular and proudly stood as the ultimate classic American wagon, maintaining its traditional full-size design until the end. In the industry, these wagons were all over the place at their height. However, over time, numerous wagons have served their purpose of transportation or carried cargo before being left behind and forgotten. Still, we wish to recall their details. If there are no passengers, the seats can be folded down from the back of the front bench seat, creating enough space. The available space is ample, a large amount of space for cargo. With its capacity for a full complement of passengers, the vehicle was equipped with a roof rack for added convenience, ensuring minimal space issues in any circumstance. Prepare to reimagine the potential of wagons, as the following model on this list radiates sheer force, illustrating just how extreme they can be. 1. Mopar Wagon 383 4-speed. A Mopar couldn't be missing from this list. In this section, we have compiled a selection of the most fascinating wagons featuring 383 engines and 4-speed transmissions. Between the years of 1964 and 1972, which encompassed the B-body era, a small and exclusive number of wagons was produced, featuring a 380 engine and a 4-speed transmission. In models like the Dodge Coronet and the Plymouth Belvedere, these engines produced 300 horsepower and enough power to easily burn tires, even with the whole family on board and the pets. Unfortunately, fewer than 100 of these wagons were made. Introduced in 1970, the Super Commando 383 4-speed wagon was a 5-door station wagon equipped with an engine. Resembling a van, it offered spaciousness and practicality. V8 of 383, the service was introduced in September 1969 for North America, marking its commencement in the region. It accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds, and a quarter mile in 15.5 seconds. The overall dimensions were 200.1 inches long, 76.4 inches wide, without mirrors, and was 56.4 inches high. However, alongside the debut of this wagon, the golden age of muscle cars was beginning to come to an end. At first glance, the 5 wagons in this shipment may resemble ordinary family cars, but don't be fooled by their appearance. These vehicles should not be underestimated. Deep within the confines of that expansive, timeless exterior lie true V8 icons concealed from sight, packed with the kind of power and performance that would earn the admiration of any muscle car fanatic. These cars combined brutal speed with functionality, and they all represent the epitome of an era when families prioritized both power and comfort, without compromising either. In case you perceive wagons as boring vehicles, keep in mind, concealed within the engine lies a game-changing force that shaped the course of automotive history. Can you envision what it would feel like to drive one? Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.